You can only take so much, and you can only be pushed so far. You get poked enough and you're going to react. You get pushed enough and you're going to respond. And when you do, you'll be framed as the abusive one. A narcissist will rely on reactive abuse. It's a game of blame shifting, and they're so good at it that they can convince you that you are abusive because you're acting out of character. They'll tell you and others that you're unstable, struggling with mental health, or they'll try to convince you and the world that you are a narcissist. Because what they do is behind the scenes, and how you respond is out in the open. And the longer this blame shifting goes on, the more likely you are to believe it. Now, that out of character reaction will be used against us, even years later. And a person with normal empathy levels will start to feel guilty, and they'll start to feel shameful, and you'll start to take responsibility. Now, reactive abuse is different than mutual abuse. Mutual abuse is just that, when two partners are abusing each other. Reactive abuse happens when somebody has power and control over the relationship. One person has power and control over the relationship, they abuse that power and control, and the other person reacts to it. I hope that helps.
What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Illness from TikTok, Instagram. You know where to find me at, and YouTube too. If this is your first time seeing my face, I am a diagnosed narcissist. I have narcissistic personality disorder, and the point of my entire platform is to bring awareness to the, personality disorder, and in the process, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. Okay, so this series right here, A Narcissist Explains, is about me, taking my TikToks and putting them on YouTube Shorts, and expanding upon them, like going into more detail about the TikToks and things like that. So this one you just shared, you just watched, is me just duetting a creator on TikTok by the name of @WhatDoesItMatter, just like that, @WhatDoesItMatter, and she goes into a very, very good explanation of reactive abuse. So if you don't know who Sam is, her name is Sam. What Doesn't Matter. She's like one of the best creators on TikTok, or just anywhere about narcissistic abuse and surviving and getting out of it and whatnot. But she did an excellent description of reactive abuse. So if you don't know what reactive abuse is, it's when a narcissist or toxic person or somebody else, an abuser in general, pokes you until you react. Like you have a negative reaction. You react out of character. They poke you, not physically, sometimes physically, but they poke you mentally. They give you barbs and they jab you, and they poke you and drive you crazy to the point where, guess what? You just you explode. You go crazy on them. You unleash the beast. And that reaction right there is from the abuse. So you hear the term reactive abuse. In a narcissist, reactive abuse can be used against you. So that's why I always say, your reactions give you power. Your ability to not react to a narcissist give you power in a situation, because narcissists, we get power from triggering you. We get power from, getting you to react, getting you to react out of character, because that lets us know that we can control you some way, shape, or form. And a lot of times when you get into those modes, when you're yelling and screaming and reacting to the, the emotional abuse, guess what happens? That phone comes out and they start to record you. And a lot of times you get recorded, and guess what? That recording is used as, leverage on you. It's used to blackmail you sometimes. It's used against you and used to threaten you, to keep you, to put you into your place a lot of times. Because if you threaten to leave, okay, cool. Go ahead and leave, and I'll share that video of you throwing tacos at me. Go ahead and leave, and I'll share that video of you throwing that Timberland boot at my face. Go ahead and leave, and I'll share that video of you clucking me upside my head with a black Air Force One. You know what I mean? It's used to threaten you and to keep you in place, because that can paint you in a bad light. That video or the audio or whatever they have of you could be used to paint you in a bad light. So a lot of times you don't want you to be smeared. You don't want your reputation to be tarnished or people to look at you sideways. So you stay docile, and you conform to whatever the narcissist says and wants you to do. So if I say, a lot of times controlling your reactions gives you power over a narcissist. It just 100% does. It's just point blank period. It does. Controlling you, not a narcissist, not being able to trigger you will most of the time sometimes they'll become agitated and act out violently. But a lot of times they'll become bored and leave you, discard you. And a lot of times people are like, how do I get my narcissist to discard me? Nothing works. Become a rock. Become boring to them. Become of no use to them. You know what I mean? Because if you do that, then they have no use for you. They can't get supply from you if you're not reacting. If you're not giving them the supply of your reactions, then how can they, they don't need you anymore. If the narcissist feels like they don't need you anymore, then guess what? they'll dip out on you. They'll bounce on you. They'll do whatever they need to do to get away from you, or they'll start treating you worse. You know, just be careful. Play that by ear. You know, just be careful with doing that. Just because it's just I know. Just control your reactions, because like reactive abuse from the narcissist perspective is a good feeling. It's like a high. It's like, because you know it's like being able to knowingly trigger somebody and to get that reaction out of them. Just like boop boop, like we putting the code in on you. Boop 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 boop. Explosion, like raw. You go raw. We like whoa whoa whoa. A lot of times when you're reacting out of character, and you're screaming and yelling or doing something like that, the narcissist is just like, whoa, what are you doing? Why are you acting like this? Why are you yelling? Why are you hitting me? What has gotten into you? Just those statements right there, those dismissive statements right there that are used to like make them to play the victim. Reactive abuse can be used to give the narcissist power, to control you, to just feel superior to you, or it can be used for them to play the victim later on. Like, I don't like, guys, you, and especially if you react out of character in public so other people can see you. It's like, look, you guys see what I deal with? I haven't done anything. And a lot of times, dog whistles, aka inside triggers, can be used to get you to react. If you don't know what a dog whistle is or an inside trigger, it's like little subtle statements or subtle actions that only you and the narcissist know. And the narcissist will use those dog whistles or use those, those inside triggers to trigger you in front of people a lot of times. Because let's just say, you don't like dogs or whatever. The word dogs for some reason triggers you. I mean, it doesn't have to be dogs. It can be anything else, y'all. Just bear with me. The word dogs can be used to trigger you. So we be in a big crowd of people. I was just like, yeah, I wish we could have a dog at the house. I love dogs, but and look at you like, and you like, I don't like dogs. You flame on. You know what I mean? Like dog whistling, dog whistle is like, what a dog whistle is. Like I blow this whistle and only a dog can hear it. So I blow this whistle, I blow this trigger, only you know. It's like an inside joke between us, but it's used to hurt you. It's used to get you to react out of character. Hey guys, look. You see what I deal with? You see why I treat her the way I treat her? Because you see how she acts in public? I can't take her anywhere. Look at how she acts. She acts like this. That's why I had to keep her. That's why we don't come out anymore, guys. If you ever wonder why Lee and his family doesn't come out, look how his wife acts. That's why I can't bring her out anywhere. Dog whistle, reactive abuse, smear campaign, all in one. Boom. And I get to play the victim. Whoa. You know what I mean? But anyway, y'all, if you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. Give me some love, please. I need y'all to do. Because as much as y'all learn from me, I learn more from you. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. See you next episode. Mental Illness is out. Peace.